Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really delicious strawberry snow. So the idea came to me when I was in the shower one night, of all places. But anyway, I had so many strawberries because I grow them in my yard. I didn't know what to do with them. I wanted to do something a little bit different and I wanted to try cooking them in a dessert. So these are stewed strawberries mixed with a cream, and there's only 3 ingredients: strawberries, cream and a little bit of sweetener if you want it. So stick around and I'll show you how to make this really delicious, really light, melt in your mouth dessert, strawberry snow. Okay, so in order to make this strawberry snow we only need 3 ingredients, and that is a punnet of strawberries, which is about 250 grams. So I've taken the green bits off them and cut them in half, or quarters if the strawberries are too big. About a tablespoon of sweetener. I use Natvia. Now, depending on the ripeness of your strawberries, you may not want to have too much sweetener in there, because if they're really ripe, you're going to want less sweetener. You don't even have to have it at all. And some thickened cream. So we're going to use about 400 ml of thickened cream. We'll whip that up. So let's get started. So as I said, we've got a punnet of strawberries and I've just cut them up into smaller pieces. We want to cook those. So all I'm going to do is put them into a pan, and I've actually set aside a few strawberries just for garnish later on. So I've just kept a few strawberries. I'll slice those up and we'll put them over the top of the strawberry snow when it's all finished. Strawberries in the pan, just get a tablespoon of water. And that's just to prevent the berries from sticking to the pan in case your heat's a little bit high. Put this over on the pan and cook the strawberries or simmer them until they're soft and mushy. While my strawberries are simmering, I'm going to get on with the rest of it. So what we've got here is 1.5 cups of whipping cream. Just pour that into a bowl. And we want about a tablespoon of sweetener. So I'm using Natvia. You can use whatever you like. And I'm just going to use a flat or a scant tablespoon of this Natvia. I'd probably go less if you think your strawberries are really sweet. If you've got a sweet tooth, you can go a little bit more, but you can always add the sweetener in at the end as well. I'm just putting this in now so that it all dissolves nicely with the cream. So stick that in with the cream, just a tablespoon, perhaps a little bit less. And then all we want to do is whip this, but we don't want to whip it until it's really thick. We just want to whip this until it's just about to get thick. And that's really important, because if we whip this too much so that it goes on top of a dessert or something, and you add the strawberries to it later, it'll end up just being a strawberry cream. We want this to be a melt in your mouth strawberry snow. So whip it until it's just about to get thick. I'll show you anyway. So you can see the cream is just starting to get thick now. And I just want to do a little bit more, but not so that it's stiff. So there we go. We do have the cream sticking to the beaters, but if I drop it, it comes out really easily. So it's really a fine line between a really nice thick cream that stays on the beaters and one that will drop off easily. So we want that Nice and smooth, and I've got to say it actually tastes really nice just with the sugar on its own, or the sweetener. So I'm going to leave this as it is. I'll stick it back in the fridge just to keep it cool till my berries are finished. The berries have softened nicely, so it's really just a watery mess of strawberries. But anyway, I'm going to let this cool down. I'll just transfer it to another dish. And we want this to cool right down before we process it, otherwise we'll burn ourselves. And then we're going to mix that in with the cream. So I'll set this aside. If you want to cool it down quicker, stick it in the freezer or over a bowl of or a sink full of cold water. I'm going to put this in the fridge for a little while just to help it cool down a little bit quicker. Okay, now the strawberries have cooled down. All I'm going to do is transfer that to a little container that I can process. Get all the juices out. And we'll just blend this until it's nice and smooth. So it's important that you actually do this when the strawberries have cooled, because otherwise it'll ooze out and then you'll end up burning yourself. So you just want to give this a few seconds. Now this is the magical part of making the strawberry snow. You could use any berries really. But by blending this until it's really, really smooth, it goes nice and frothy as well. And the strawberries have a little bit of acidity in them as well, or not, or you know, they kind of feel like they're a little bit acidity, even though they're acidic, even though they're sweet. But the snow texture comes from pulsing this until it's nice and foamy. So that's all we have to do for the berries. And then all we need to do now is transfer that mixture in with the cream. So remember, the cream is almost whipped, not quite. Pour the contents into the bowl. It's really nice and frothy. All you have to do now is just mix it all through. It almost looks like melted ice cream. So just mix all that through until the strawberries and the cream are well combined. And it's at this point, if you think it needs a little bit more sweetener, go ahead and add it. Of course, that means you've got to taste it. And this is perfect just the way it is. So all you need, 1.5 cups of cream, a punnet of strawberries, a scant tablespoon of a sweetener of your choice, and voila. This will serve 6. So there we go, we have a really nice, smooth strawberry snow for 6 or 2 really hungry people. And you just want to put some into a bowl. And you can top it with a couple of slivers of strawberry. have the strawberries on their own, or you can add some homemade nut mix. There's a video link up there for it. And just sprinkle that over the top. Even some grated chocolate over the top would be really nice too. So there we go. Strawberry snow with berries on top and a homemade nut mix. It's a really, really delicious dessert. Give it a go. Put it in comments if you've given it a go and let me know what you think. It's a melt in your mouth dessert. Catch you next time.